Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Robb here for Southwest Florida Television. Kind of a cool one this morning for this old Florida boy, us locals. Air temperature's about 44 degrees now, feels like about 30. 30? Now it feels like about 40. Felt like 35 earlier this morning. Now it feels like about 40. Got some wave action here, kicking up the surf. The wind's coming from an easterly direction now. Last night, boy, that wind was coming in strong from the Gulf, coming in from the west. Kind of quiet here. There's still folks out enjoying these beautiful clear blue skies. We had cloudy skies for the past couple of days. This is a nice change. It's going to get up to about 64 today. The water temperature 72. The tide on its way in. High tide around 1 o'clock up at Wiggins Pass at the north end of the park. One thing about that wind coming in from the Gulf yesterday is it helped clean off the beach here in Area 1. Got a lot of that red drift algae off the beach that we were seeing. Hit that share button, let everybody know you found me here. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be going out this morning. I waited a little while for things to warm up. It's about 9 o'clock now. I know this is a lot warmer than it is where a lot of you are watching from. I wish you were here walking with me. Wish I could send you some of this warm Florida sunshine through my iPhone. I love coming out to the beach in the mornings. My day isn't complete unless I get a little beach time at some point, even if it's only 15-20 minutes. So yesterday evening, after I ended the live feed of my Sunset Beach walk, up there by Doc's beach house on Bonita Beach, I just spent a little time watching that kite surfer. I shared a little video clip of that. It was getting kind of dark when I recorded it. It's not the best video, and it was staying kind of far offshore, but you'll get the idea. It's pretty cool. He was moving right along, too. Man, he was moving fast. Oh, a little 9-armed sea star washed up on the beach here. Could probably use a little help getting back in the water. Gently pick it up here. It's probably cold being out here in the open air. The tide's coming in. So if I just put him here by the edge, it'll be fine, the little 9-armed sea star. Well, water feels nice, a lot warmer than the air temperature. There's a, looks like a live cockle clam bouncing around over here. Is it a live one or an empty one? Just an empty one. Thought it was a live one. It's just an empty cockle shell. Beautiful cockle heart. A little smaller one over here. And there's a spiny cockle. This might be a live one. Can you see the little spines on it? This is a small one. A spiny little cockle clam. Seen quite a few pen shells washed up on the beach too. These are kind of small ones. There's a small one here, the pen shell. I'm sure you've seen those if you've been to the beach here in Southwest Florida. Maybe we'll find some nice shells here this morning. There's already been quite a few shellers out combing the beach. Boy, cockles everywhere. Cockle shell down there, cockle clam. Another one down here. These are all live cockle clams. They're beautiful shells. Gorgeous shells. Hit that share button, let your friends know what you're watching on this Friday morning. Get a little break from the news. That news will be waiting for you later this morning. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. I'll tell you what, I didn't know if I was actually going to make it out onto the beach last night when we got there. We got out of the car and that wind hit me in the face. It was like, holy cow. It was brutal, brutal, brutal. Nothing like the wind from one of our hurricanes, but the hurricane winds are a little bit warmer. Looks like that tide's coming in kind of fast now. It's going to start pulling all these shells back out into the water. There's a little teeny tiny stone crab claw. These things get the size of my hand. That's a little miniature one. A very tasty treat here in Southwest Florida. Very, very expensive too, the big stone crab claws. Seeing quite a few fighting conchs on the beach. In all, this one's covered in barnacles. A scallop shell, and those kind of rose-colored scallops. Looking for some of my all-time favorites, my shark eyes, my moon shells. There's an old shark eye. You can see the eye in the center there. There's a nice little sprinkling of shells here on the beach. Well, getting spread out. Getting spread out, all pushed around there by the waves. There's the hub of a little 9-armed sea star down here. Believe it or not, this can regenerate itself. I'll let the water take it out, but that could regrow all its arms. They grow out from that hub. Could rejuvenate itself, regenerate. Ooh, looks like a little apple murex down here. In pretty good shape. A little murex shell, an apple murex. The murex shell is the opening on the shell looks kind of like a keyhole. It's got that keyhole shape. That's a little keeper. Add to my collection. My Wiggins collection. A lot of rocks too. Fossils. There's a lot of fossils here. If you're into fossils, you can find some really nice fossils here. All these old rocks. Some of them are deceiving. Sometimes they look like shark's teeth. But there's lots of fossils here at Wiggins. We had some friends, that's all they collected were fossils here in the morning. It's like a little Venus sunray shell. Oh no, yeah. That's a little Venus sunray. These beautiful white clams. I don't know what they are, but the shells are gorgeous. Ooh, there's a big murex down here. Look how white that is. There's a bigger murex down here. There's a nice one too. Another apple murex, much larger. That's a nice one. Come on, waves. The waves are taking all my shells back into the water. Thought I saw an olive shell over here. Might be a live one. I don't see anybody in there. That's a nice empty olive snail shell right there. That's a beauty. It's got a nice shine to it. I don't see anybody crawling around. I'm looking for some movement way down in there. I don't see it. I'll hold on to it. If something pops out, I'll put it back. We don't take anything that's alive home. Loving this weather now. Still a little cool for me, but all this blue sky is gorgeous. That sun, doesn't take long for that sun to start warming things up. We just walked by another little stone crab claw on the beach. Just a little tiny one. About the size of that other one we saw. Whoa, look at the color of this. That's a live scallop. Look at how rosy pink this scallop is. Look at the color of that shell. Wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. A live little scallop. Look at the colors on that. That is beautiful. Got little barnacles on it. Gorgeous colors. Gorgeous. Shells are thinning out up here. So we're coming up to parking lot number 3, area 3. Hope the wind noise isn't too bad. I got my mic plugged in. Hopefully it connected. Kind of walking into the wind. It feels like it's coming out of the northeast. There's some more shells up ahead. I gotta check on that little olive, make sure there's nothing crawling around in it. It's a beautiful shell. Yep, nobody in there. It's an empty one. Nice one. A little olive snail. So I got 2 nice little murex shells and a little olive. What else can I stick in my pocket? See if there's anything down here before it gets washed away. Oh, there's a little tiny sand dollar. Looks like a live one. Hard to tell. I don't see the little bristles on it. I might see a couple. That's a little sand dollar. That's when they're alive, that's the color they're most likely going to be. They're brownish red. This one will get carried back out into the water here. I believe these are called paper figs. I can never remember the name. I believe that's a paper fig. They're really thin shells. You can see my fingers through them. See that? They're paper thin. I believe that's a paper fig. Or there's pear whelks and paper figs. I think this is the fig. What's left of one? I always forget to check when I get home. Darn, no moon shells, shark eyes. Rats of rats. No lightning whelks either yet. Another little broken 9-armed sea star upside down here on the beach. Clinging to life. You can see its little feet moving around. Oh, here's something cool. It's a super small one, but it's got some nice little spines on it. And it's alive. It's alive. A little jewel box, a spiny jewel box, and it's a live one, but look at the spines on that. It's like horns. This is a live one. How cool is that? Usually those little horns are all broke off. Too bad it's alive. Would make a nice addition to anybody's collection, even though it's small. Saw two other things here. I saw another little sea star. It's getting pulled back into the water. I saw an olive. It got pulled back into the water already. Flip it over. The little 9 armor. A murex. Let me see that murex roll by. Apple murex. Oh, there's a moon shell. Oh, where'd you go? Don't go washing away. Yeah, it's got a big chip in it. These are, oh, there's another one. These are my favorites. Oh, and a tulip shell. A nice little murex right here. Another apple murex. A moon shell, shark eye shell, a nice little shark eye. And a nice little banded tulip. All together there. How cool is that? The banded tulip over on the right. Three of my favorite little shells right there. Nice little find. All hanging out together. Maybe another empty olive shell. Yep, another empty olive snail. Another beautiful little olive snail. Now here's something cool. This is the shell of a calico crab, also called a leopard crab. That's a very, very small one. The calico or leopard crab. Obvious why it's called that, huh? Oh, there's some nice little treasures in here. Little lightning whelk shell. Here's another tulip. I forget what kind of tulip shell this is. That's another type of tulip. A rose tulip or something. There's a little cockle shell crawling around down here. See it? You ever seen a clam crawling around? The little cockle clam down here, pushing its way around. That was pretty cool. It's resting now. The Venus sunray, beautiful shells. Ah. Boy, I just scattered everything around. What a great morning. I'm glad I came out. Like I said earlier, it was iffy. I was up in the air. I'm glad I came out. I had a feeling there was going to be some interesting shells out here. Another tulip shell. No crown conchs yet. Oh, here's a piece of a bigger tulip, just a sliver of one. That would have been a nice find. Big old tulip shell like that. An angel wing. Beautiful little angel wing shell. Another beautiful tulip. Boy, a lot of tulips out here. That's a beautiful angel wing. Hey, Nancy. Having some great luck with the shelling. Oh, it's busted. Some great luck with the shelling. Another little sand dollar over here. It'll be going back into the water. Another one of those little spiny jewel box shells over here too. Look at that. There's another one. Another live one. Loaded with little horns, the little spines. Look at that. Got little porcupines. That is so cool. Ooh, here it looks like a gaudy Nautica. It's a Nautica shell. Here's a couple more Murex shells. That one's kind of worn out. Bigger one there. There's another Murex. Can't believe how many Murex shells there are on the beach this morning. There's one of my little shark eyes. Two of them. Put that angel wing in my pocket. Some more shark eyes. Another little Nautica. Another little Murex. Look at that. Look at all these Murex shells that are on the beach. Crazy. A little Nautica, some more little moon shells, shark eyes. What an awesome morning. Another moon down here. Every time I look down, I see another one. Shark eye, shark eye. The moons are a little different looking. There's some beauties out here. I did see, what did I see here? There was something I wanted to grab. Little olive, another beautiful little olive shell. Nobody home in that one. A little olive snail. Another empty. A little tiny Murex. Apple Murex. There's a Sheller's Paradise right in here. Look at this old shark eye. That's an oldie. All pitted. Lots of old ones down here on the beach. Old Murex. More Murex. Another one of those live spiny jewel box shells. Look at that. They seem to attach themselves to other shells. To use them as a pedestal when they're in the water. Look at that. That is so cool. The spiny jewel box. Still looking for one of my big favorites. There's a part of a big shark eye. I'm looking for a crown conch. Yeah, straighten up. I won't be able to walk. Woo! I'm leaving a lot of shells on the beach for others. No reason to be a hoarder. But you see that beautiful sky. Sky and water.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, bend over again. My back's getting sore. Pick up another moon, another shark eye. Haven't found a really big one yet. They're all about that size or smaller. That was a great little spot back there for shelling. I don't even pick up fighting conchs. Oh my gosh, they're so plentiful here today. That's something you can pretty much always find on our beaches, are the Florida fighting conchs. Thank you, Barbara Grove, for sharing your knowledge about shells with me. I've forgotten more than I can remember all the wonderful facts she taught me. All the little shell stories she'd share with me. Yeah, that onshore wind pushed a lot of shells up here onto the beach. It was probably really good this morning at low tide here. I'm sure there was some large treasures out here that have been scooped up by the early bird shellers that came out and braved the cold weather. Funny how now there's mostly just clam shells along here. That one stretch of beach just had all those moon shells and murex shells. Filled up my pocket. Whoops. Give me a look back at that awesome Florida sun pounding down on me now. Isn't it gorgeous? Don't you wish you were here walking with me? I'm sure you are wishing that. I'm sure you are wishing you were here. I wish you were here. So did you learn anything this morning? Have you learned anything yet this morning? Another little 9-armed sea star over here. I'm just gonna slide this one down just a little closer to the water. The water's coming up right in here. It'll just take it right back out. Here it comes. Oyster shell over there. Part of a little turkey wing over here, a little turkey wing shell. Kind of just a chip of it. A slipper shell. There's a slipper shell. Flip it over. Looks like a little slipper, a little bedroom slipper. A slipper shell. once in a while you find a big one of those. If you're enjoying the walk here, and if you appreciate my efforts, remember I couldn't be out here doing this without your support. Your financial support makes the difference. It's what allows me to come out here and do this in the mornings. So keep that in mind while you're watching. Tips are always appreciated, my friends. Not looking for giant tips. You're not trying to make a killing, just trying to bring in a little additional income to make ends meet each month. If you'd like to send a little thank you, a token of appreciation every now and then, you can find a link to my PayPal and my Venmo account, whichever you choose to use, in the description of this post. And I get a penny for each one of those Facebook stars that you send me. I don't see any stars here this morning. Well, we're coming up to parking lot number 4, area 4. Getting closer to Wiggins Pass up in area 5. Yeah, shells are kind of thinning out here. A lot of them have been already pulled back into the water with the incoming tide here. You see why I call this my little piece of heaven on earth? Oh my goodness, here's a lace murex. All those murex shells that I've been picking up earlier, those were apple murex shells. Here's a lace murex down here. Ooh, a nice one. It's got a little teeny hole in it. That's a nice lace murex. White, beautiful. That's a nice one. That's definitely a keeper. Beauty. A beauty, beauty. You jealous? Are you jealous? I've been watching people ahead of me, they're scouring the ground and they're not bending over. Some people just come out and look for a specific shell or shark's teeth. I don't look for shark's teeth. I've probably walked by 1 million of them at least since I've been walking this beach. I just haven't trained my eye to spot them. We've got some friends, they can spot them anywhere in the water. They can be in 3 feet of water and they'll spot it. I guess if I started looking and once you start finding them, I guess it gets easier to spot them. when you know what you're looking for. But there's so many little black stones on the beach. They look just like shark's teeth. Oh, there's one. Nope, it's a rock. Nope, it's a rock. There's some of our friends that have pulled some doozies out of here, some really big ones. Mammoth ones. Little lightning whelk. That's a small one. Kind of faded a little bit. See, what happens is you'll walk, if you're shelling, you'll walk by a spot, and if you come back a couple minutes later after the waves push things around, it's a whole new opportunity. You'll find something that you just walked right by earlier. That happens a lot. A lot when you're shelling. These are haven't even bothered picking one up, but this is one of our Florida fighting conch shells. I know you've seen these when you've been out on the beach. Beautiful. Very, very common, the Florida fighting conch. Be careful, if something's in there, it's going to get you. Again, don't take any live shells home. If it's occupied, leave it alone. Doesn't necessarily have to be the original critter. Could be some hermit crabs or other little crabs that have made that empty shell home. Leave them be. You don't want the shell police coming out and grabbing you. Another little sea star. Every sea star I have seen on the beach except for one. This one's in pretty good shape. Have been upside down. This is a nice little 9-arm. That's a beautiful little 9-arm sea star. Small. We'll let Mother Nature, Mother Ocean, take care of that. Look at that sunshine. Look at that beautiful Florida sun. Whew. It's funny, all the little 9-armed sea stars we've been seeing are very small this morning. We get some big ones out there in the water. All the ones we've been seeing this morning are small. There's a lot of small crushed broken shells all along in here. We're up in Area 5. Area 4, we're at the very north end of Area 4 actually. We're at Area Roy. Look at that big empty beach calling your name. It is a brisk morning, that's for sure. It was actually chilly this morning, not brisk. There's not a whole lot of folks walking the beach in shorts this morning. Give it another hour or two. Once those temperatures get up into the mid-50s, the beach peeps will be starting to pop out. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Well, no crown collar. Darn it. I love those things. All in all, we have seen some very cool things this morning, haven't we? Yes, no, anybody out there paying attention? Shells are all spread out along here. Get up to the point up there, see what's cooking. On the south shore of the pass. Here's what's left of an old lightning whelk shell, a bigger lightning whelk shell. Just a piece of it. Another piece of one down there. Between that wind last night and the cooler temperatures this morning, I got a runny nose. Got the sniffles. There's a beautiful scallop. A piece of a scallop, darn it. Lots of broken shells here. Broken goodies, broken treasures. See boats heading out. Kind of rough for boaters. It's kind of rough on the feet right in here. On the bare tootsies. There's some bigger sea stars. There's a bigger 9-armed sea star, and I just saw another one up ahead of me. There's a bigger one up here that didn't get pulled into the water. Ooh, there's a couple of them. One over here missing some arms. One over there. They're all getting pulled back into the water now. Holy cow, they're all over the place. Moving kind of slow. I guess it's cold for them. I haven't seen any 5-armed sea stars though this morning. All 9-armers. Beautiful, don't you think? Yeah, they're everywhere around here. See, there's one. See it right down in there. They're all over the place, all different size. All different size ones crawling around. I hear an osprey flying around over here in the trees. It's right up over in there. The little sea stars are just everywhere washing around here. Very small ones. Very, very small ones. Oh, here's another one of those calico crab shells. Leopard crab shells. Look at this, a real tiny one. Look at this. Beautiful shells. The calico or leopard crab. Yeah, cool. We've seen some pretty neat live ones along the beach during my walks. Ooh, here's another one. I can see the different patterns on them. That's a really nice one. Look at that. They eat those down in the Caribbean. They get big. There's an angel wing. Broken angel wing. I got a nice angel wing. Oh, another little calico crab shell down here. Broken angel wing shell. Another little calico. Huh. What the heck's going on? Another one over here. Where's the big calicos? Expect to see one crawling around. That'd be fun. I can't believe how many sea stars there are here. They're all over the place. These little ones this morning, all over. See that little one down there? Another one right there. They're everywhere. A lightning whelk shell. Seen lots of lightning whelks now, small ones. We got some big live ones up here that we see every now and then. Horse conchs and lightning whelks, big ones. Whole bunch of little sandpipers up ahead of me. Sanderlings. That water's coming in over the sandbar here. Can you see them all? Up ahead of me. Little tiny things doing their sandpiping. Big plover mixed in with them there. Love watching them run around. Wiggins Pass in the background. Well, it's been a great morning, at least in my book. I don't know about your book. My book says it's been an awesome morning. I think we had a great morning of shelling and exploring and quality time together as a beach family. Still no stars. Can't do it, folks, without your support. Can't keep doing it. Remember that. Hey, how are you doing? I thought that was you ahead of me. Boy, a lot of little sea stars, huh? A lot of little sea stars. The small sea stars, a lot of them. I got a pocket full of shells. Hello. I filled up my pockets today. There's so much out here. Yeah. Well, here we are. We made it up to Wiggins Pass. We came in down in Area 1. We started down by parking lot number 1 and pretty much walked the entire beach here at the park. It's been awesome. I love sharing my beach with you. And I'd appreciate it if you would do the same and hit that share button and share with the world. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a friend. Thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally ho, my friends. Oops, sorry about that. Fingers got caught up in the mic cord. Tally ho, my friends. Tally ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. And God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country. The place that I so proudly call my home. God bless America. One nation under God. Keep her in your prayers. She needs them now more than ever. Tally ho. Tally ho.